Welcome back here to Hyde Stadium in Pierce, South Dakota for Game 2 of a 4-game set between the Spearfish Sasquatch and the Oahe Zap. I'm Nikita Lohman. I'll be taking you through tonight's contest. 2 games up ahead here today, so 2 7-inning doubleheaders. Very fortunate to play 7 and not 9, as again, it is steaming hot here in Pierre, right around 100 degrees at 4:32 local time. This game is expected to start in right around 5 minutes. And the Sasquatch are trying to right the ship after a game last night, which they would like to forget. Losing 2-0, they were shut out for the first time all season. They had just 5 hits on the board. It's their second fewest they've collected in a 9-inning game this year. But usually the recipe after a loss has been pretty good. They're 5-1 after their first 6 losses of the season. The offense has clicked on all cylinders, scoring nearly 13 runs per game, a 12.28 OPS, and 11 long balls. They're looking to turn things around after having their 10-game losing streak snapped last night. On the flip side, the Zap were just trying to continue to stay hot. This has been a different team over the last month. They're 13-3 in their last 16 contests, and they've played very well here at Hyde Stadium all year. They've got a 13-10 record. They throw the ball very well at home. That's a recipe which will have to continue. These are big games for them as they're right on the heels of the Casper Spuds, just 2 games behind them in the ILB standings. They've got 13 games left to go. They don't have an off day. It's 13 games in 12 days. It's going to be a grind. It's the same situation for Casper. Those 2 teams, after the final 3 here against the Squatch, they'll butt heads in Casper, a 4-game series to decide who will get home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs. So every game here down the stretch is absolutely massive for the Zap. They played like it yesterday. River Walters and Cy Taylor dominated on the mound. 2 pitchers got them through that game, which leaves more of the bullpen open to be used here today. That could play a massive part here with 14 innings needed to be covered. Should be a good one in store. The Sasquatch 29-7. The Zap 17-18 with a win in Game 1. They would make it back to 500 for the first time all year. They started out 0-2. They never got to 500 at the start. This is their opportunity to right the ship. It's been a similar formula to last summer. They're trying to continue that momentum, the positive momentum, which Coach Haybeger said they picked up actually a little bit earlier than last summer, where they started 5-17, turned things around, finished the year 21-10, made it to the championship series against these very same Spearfish Sasquatch, where they got swept. A win today is much needed if they want to get back on top of the totem pole, get to the final series of the season. We're going to step aside here for just a few moments, but lineups, first pitch, and baseball here in Game 1 of today's double header coming up after the break.
Attention football fans, take your sports wagering experience to the next level at BetLodge Sportsbook, the premier sports betting venue in South Dakota. Surrounded by luxury seating, our massive 42-foot seamless video wall is the largest in the area, displaying all of your favorite NFL and college football. Place your bets with our sports desk personnel or visit our easy-to-use betting kiosk 24 hours a day. The best place to touch down and catch the game is at BetLodge Sportsbook, located inside the lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
Looking for the ultimate family getaway? Hart Ranch Camping Resort has you covered with endless activities and top-notch amenities where the destination is the vacation. Want to try before you buy? Experience Hart Ranch with our resort membership preview. Just $139.95 for 4 days and 3 nights of unforgettable RV camping. Love what you see? We have membership types available for the occasional camper to the every weekender. Call 605-737-5360 or visit hrresort.org to schedule your membership preview today.
Welcome back here to Hyde Stadium. The Zap have taken the field. The Sasquatch are getting ready to take the batter's box for the first time today. With that, let's take a look at the starting lineup here for the Squatch in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Leading off in right field, it's Bo Iandoli. Garrett Houston is the center fielder batting second. Sam Kwapnoski, the DH in Game 1, will hit third. Grant Summers, new face. He's the shortstop batting fourth. Crew Mollers at second base hitting fifth. Zach Perro is at first base in the sixth spot. Jackson Martin making his Sasquatch debut in left field, batting seventh. Kendrick Aragon is the catcher hitting eighth. And Wilson Kiefer for the second straight day rounds out the lineup, batting ninth, playing third base. They will go up against Pierce Hollowell. He's been one of the best pitchers for the Zap this season, but the Sasquatch got the best of him just about a month ago. On the year for Hollowell, this will be his 8th appearance, his 5th start. In 27 and a third innings, he's got a 4.61 ERA, a 1.43 whip, 39 strikeouts to 13 walks. He has elite strikeout stuff, a good fastball, and a really sharp breaking ball, which has him striking out nearly 32% of the batters he faces. That is an absolutely elite number for a starting pitcher. He's also only walking 10.5% of the batters he's faced. That's above the league average. You don't usually see that with a guy with such great strikeout stuff. The Sasquatch, after getting shut out last night, are looking to get on the board early here. That shutout was the first time all season long they have been blanked on the scoreboard. Two Zap pitchers, River Walters and Cy Taylor, were tremendous, bridging the gap, saving the bullpen for today's double header. Pierce Hollowell will try to continue passing the torch on to the Game 2 starter. Bo Iandoli steps into the batter's box. The Sasquatch wearing gray tops and bottoms. The Zap wearing light blue shirts, white pants. Hollowell kicks and fires. First pitch is just below the zone at 4:40 local time, and we are underway. Game 2 of this 4-game set between the Sasquatch and the Zap. This is the 37th game of the season for the Squatch. The 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Fastball about belt high. And for the Zap, their 36th game of the summer. When play concludes today, the Squatch will only have 10 games left to go in this regular season. On 1-1, Hollowell kicks and throws a breaking ball, which clips Iandoli on the front leg. First base runner of the day is aboard for the Sasquatch. Iandoli's got good speed. Could see him go in motion. With Garrett Houston up at the plate. Still looking for his first Sasquatch hit. Went 0 for 3 with a strikeout last night. He was down in the order. First pitch from Hollowell. He scores to bunt. And bunts it foul. Behind home plate. 0-1. Nothing your score. Top of the first inning. Bo Iandoli leads off of first base with nobody out. Houston squares to bunt. The 0-1 comes home. He pulls back, and the pitch is yanked all the way to the backstop. Iandoli will cruise into second base. Would expect Houston to stay squared to bunt. He plays elite defense. He's very fast. If he can get a good bunt down, even if he's trying to sacrifice, he could work his way on base. On 1-1, Hollowell comes home. Houston squares to bunt, pulls back, takes strike 2. Breaking ball on the inner half. Sasquatch center fielder gets hit a ton. 26 hit by pitches this year at Highlands College. That led the team. On 1-2, takes a breaking ball about shin high out of the zone. And it's surprising that Houston has been hit so many times. He doesn't stand that close to the plate. He's got an open stance. The back foot is about in line with the white chalk. But he's very open when he addresses the pitcher Hollowell. The 2-2 pitch on its way. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3.
Hey, that's strike 3 and a long walk.
First strikeout today for Pierce Hollowell, who's pitched twice against the Sasquatch. First time, he was great. 5 innings of 1-run ball out of the bullpen. Back on May 31st, he struck out 9 hitters. But then he pitched against the Squatch on June 18th in Spearfish, and over 5 innings, he allowed 6 runs and 7 hits. He did strike out 6 batters, but Squatch got to him as Sam Kwapnoski takes the first pitch heater, about 6 inches off the plate away. Kwap stayed hot last night, went 2 for 4. Counted for 40% of the Sasquatch hits as they only had 5. Hollowell from the belt, kicks and fires with the 1-0. Kwap lines it, left center field. That's going to be down and into the gap. Ian Doley takes the turn at third. He will come home and score. Kwap stays put at first base, but it's an RBI single for the Sasquatch. After getting shut out last night, they've put a run across, just 3 batters into game 1 of this doubleheader. It's 1-0. The Squatch have been so good offensively after a loss. Just continuing that here. 1-0. Kwap at first, 1 out, as Grant Summers comes to the plate for the first time as a Spearfish Sasquatch. Hollowell, long hold, comes home, pitch, hot shot, foul outside of third. Coach Demas was very excited to see Grant Summers suit up. He was the starting shortstop for Doane University this season, hit .388, a 1.139 OPS, led the team with 15 homers, also smacked 20 doubles. A very dangerous hitter. He hasn't played in a little while, so might take some time to shake off the rust, but he's been penciled into the 4-hole here in game 1 as the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball above the letters. Not only does Summers have pop, but he led the team with 20 stolen bases while playing Gold Glove level defense at shortstop. Truly a 5-tool player. The 1-1 is taken below the zone. Two and 1 the count. 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. The Sasquatch lead on an RBI single from Sam Kwapnoski. 2-1. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Augie Goethals. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here, top 1. Hollowell looks at Kwap, now comes home. The pitch is taking a breaking ball low and outside. And Summers has worked it full in his first Sasquatch at-bat. Crew Moeller is in the on-deck circle. Payoff pitch from Hollowell is low and outside for ball 4. So Grant Summers works a walk. He's aboard. Sam Kwapnoski advances to second base. Here comes Crew Moeller. who went 0 for 3, had a good at-bat, worked a walk in the 9th inning to bring the tying run to the plate, but nothing came of it. Sasquatch on top 1-0 here in the top of the first, looking for more. Hollowell's first pitch, breaking ball, about belt high, taken for strike 1. On the season, Moeller hitting .315, 6 homers, 34 RBIs. OPS at .1051. Quap takes a couple steps off second base. The pitch is grounded to third, could be 2. Farwell goes to the third base bag, now across the diamond, in time. A 5-3 double play gets Pierce Hollowell out of the inning. The Sasquatch do score a run on 1 hit, but they leave a couple base runners left on base after a half inning, 1-0. The Oahe Zap coming to bat. Sam Kwapnoski delivered an RBI single in the top of the first as the Sasquatch lead 1-0. Now on the mound, Coulter Wilson finishing up his warm-up tosses. He was a reliever for most of this season, but he's transitioning into a starting role. He's 6-0 in 10 games, just 1 start. It was fantastic. He's tied for the team lead with 23 2/3 innings pitched. Arguably the Cy Young for the Sasquatch staff, a 2.66 ERA. First batter he'll face here in the bottom of the first inning is Gavin Frazier. His first pitch, fastball in the zone, strike 1. Wilson's first start of the summer came on July 7th against the Bison. 4 shutout innings, struck out 7 guys, only walked 1 batter. The 0-1 here is popped up to shortstop. Summers catches it for the first out.
Designated hitter, number 8, Cy Taylor.
That brings it up to Cy Taylor. Tossed 3 innings to close out last night's 2-0 win for the Zap. In game 1, he's the designated hitter, resting the arm but keeping the bat in the lineup. Hitting .324 on the season. Here he sends the first pitch into right field. Going towards the line, that is going to drop in fair. Bo Iandoli tracks it down out there, but it's a base hit for Cy Taylor. No. Actually, it's a foul ball. Every indication on the field was that it's fair, but it was actually ruled foul. So Taylor goes back into the batter's box in an 0-1 count. Wilson's pitch. Heater taken upstairs. He didn't start the year as a big strikeout guy, but Coulter Wilson has struck out 36% of the batters he's faced. The 1-1 changeup outside. over his last 5 appearances, while only walking 6% of guys. His stuff has really played up. Here on 2-1. Heater is in there for a strike. The big reason why Coulter Wilson's strikeout stuff has gone up, he's leaned on the fastball. As here on 2-2, he throws a changeup, which just misses the zone. Pushes the count full. But he's also developed a sweeper. He came into the summer throwing a natural cutter, but pitching coach Brian McBroom wanted him to have something which moved more. As the payoff pitch is grounded, slow roller to second base. Moeller has it, throws to first, 2 down. So Coulter Wilson's been developing that sweeper. It's been working well recently, getting a lot of swing and miss. He's always a guy who will throw strikes. But the implementation of this new pitch on top of his fastball, it's worked like a charm, and he's pushed himself into a starting role. He's not leaving this spot. As 2 outs, nobody on, Ty Farwell comes up, takes the first pitch inside, 1-0. Zap down 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. First 2 batters retired by Coulter Wilson, who struck out a season-high 7 in that last outing on July 7th. On 1-0, there's a strike at the knees. Farwell hitting .286 on the summer and .876 OPS. Blasted 4 homers. 1-1. Just misses. 2 balls and a strike. 4 home runs, far and away, first on the Zap. They've only hit 7 as a team. Power not exactly their MO. Last night for Farwell, pretty quiet day at the plate, 1 for 4. On 2-1. Fastball misses inside. Pushes the count to 3 balls and a strike. He leads the Zap in extra base hits. Doesn't have any of them against the Squatch in 11 games. In a hitter's count, he takes slow for ball 4. Ty Farwell works a 2-out walk. That extends the inning for Connor Goldberg. Like Farwell, hasn't fared particularly well against the Sasquatch, 2 for 16. 1-0 Squatch here in the bottom of the first inning. Ty Farwell leads off first. The pitch from Coulter Wilson tried to get the sweeper to the back door. Just misses outside, 1-0. Goldberg went 0 for 3 last night, snapped a 10-game hitting streak. Wilson, watching Farwell at first, comes home with the 1-0. Fastball low and outside corner. 1-1. Ty Farwell is a threat to run at first base. 15 stolen bases in 17 tries. He's got a fairly big lead. Wilson comes home, the 1-1, upstairs. The 2-1 pitch. Popped foul up above the press box here at Hyde Stadium. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Sasquatch leading 1-0. Coulter Wilson starting for the second time. The 2-2 pitch reached out, grounded right back to Wilson. He fields it cleanly, flips to first in time to retire Goldberg and retire the side. A scoreless first inning on the mound for Coulter Wilson. The Sasquatch lead 1-0 as we head to the second.
Do you know the locals' choice for gaming excitement? It's the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. With new games arriving every month, our selection of slot machines is the freshest in town. You can always find a game with our card tables open 24 hours a day. And parking is free and easy at the Lodge, with the area's largest free parking only steps away from our front door. Enjoy spacious and comfortable gaming at the Lodge at Deadwood, the locals' choice.
We're all going somewhere, going higher, faster, farther, going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
Six, 7, and 8 for the Sasquatch here in the top of the second. Spearfish leading 1-0 on an RBI single from Sam Kwapnoski. Zach Pero leads off. First pitch from Hollowell. Breaking ball. Misses the plate away. 1-0. Pero was hitless in 4 at-bats last night. Came up as the tying run, but popped out to left field to end the game. 1-0. Fastball, outside corner, strike one. Coach Demas said he wasn't surprised that the new guys couldn't get on the board. It's going to take a little time. The 1-1 pitch is grounded. Out to shortstop. Easy hop for Melton. He throws to first. 1 out. Not surprised to see the new guys taking a little time to get going. A lot of them drove 10-plus hours. Pero's from Texas. He came up, and he's thrown into the starting lineup because they just didn't have enough guys ready to go. Hasn't played baseball in about a month. It's not just going to click. That's not how this game works. It'll take some time. As another new guy, Jackson Martin, takes first pitch inside, 1-0. The left-handed hitting outfielder starting in left field tonight from Dickinson State. Sporting number 33 on 1-0. Swings and misses out in front on an off-speed pitch from Hollowell. Played under Coach Demas at College of the Desert. Hit .230 last season. Out there, the 1-1. Breaking ball. Drops in for strike two. One to nothing. Squatch here, top of the second. 1 out, nobody on base. Hollowell kicks with the 1-2. Fastball just gets it off the end of the bat. Kendrick Aragon in the on-deck circle makes a nice barehanded play on it. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three on a breaking ball in the dirt. They throw down to first to secure the out. It's the second strikeout for Pierce Hollowell through an inning and 2/3. Now 2 outs, nobody on for Kendrick Aragon. It's what he does. Big curveball for Hollowell. Also has a sharper slider. Those two breaking pitches work well off of each other. Work even better off of his fastball. Kendrick Aragon comes up. First pitch from Pierce Hollowell. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. There was the slider. Aragon had the day off yesterday on the year, hitting .322 and .910 OPS. On 0-1. Takes strike two. Fastball out over the heart of the plate. And Hollowell is one pitch away from working a 1-2-3 second after surrendering a run in the first inning. His team down 1-0. He comes set, kicks from the belt, the 0-2. Aragon started his swing but holds back on a curveball which missed the zone. He's been prone to striking out. Aragon with a 21% strikeout rate on the season, one of the higher marks on the team. Here on 1-2, he sends a fly ball into fairly shallow left field. Now towards center, the wind is really taking it, but Mason Melton sticks with it. Moves from straight up left field to all the way even with the second base bag to record the final out of the second inning. The Sasquatch go down 1-2-3, but they lead 1-0 through an inning and a half of play here in game one of this doubleheader.
We're all going somewhere. Going higher, faster, farther. Going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
Bottom of the second inning here at Hyde Stadium. The Sasquatch lead the Zap 1-0 here in game one of today's doubleheader. Coulter Wilson allowed a 2-out walk, but no other base runners in the first inning. He'll start the second with a left-on-left matchup with first baseman Quinn Ludvigsen. He's fared well against the Sasquatch this season, getting on base 54.1% of the time in these matchups. First pitch is a strike from the left-hander. A 753 OPS overall for Ludvigsen, but 1,002 against the Squatch as the 0-1 pitch. Slider paints the outside corner. Guess technically a sweeper, and that's what Coulter Wilson calls it, uses. He's got him set up for another one on 0-2. Kicks and deals. He does go to that sweeper, but it bounces outside the zone. Ball and 2 strikes. Ludvigsen with a great eye. With a walk last night and a 1-for-3 day, he's up to 28 walks on the season. Far and away, most on the Zap. Here on 1-2. He sends a grounder to shortstop. Summers collects a high hop, throws in time for the first out. So one down here in the bottom of the second with the Sasquatch leading 1-0. Mason Melton comes to the plate. Started at third base last night, but moves to shortstop today as Gavin Frazier slides over to second. First pitch he sees from Wilson. He lines right center field. That might get down. It does. Couple hops. It's picked up by Bo Iandoli. but it's a base hit for Mason Melton, who's reached base now in 31 of his last 32 games. As consistent as they come. As here comes Dominic DiCarlo, the speedy center fielder, working on a 7-game hit streak. As he steps into the plate, Wilson Kiefer moves in on the lip of the grass at third base, couple steps in front of the bag, anticipating a potential bunt. Not bunting, DiCarlo swings and misses through the first pitch changeup. Last night, DiCarlo went 1 for 2, drove in the only RBI of the game, a sac fly in the second inning. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses up and outside. The Zap 1-2-0, scoring on a sac fly and a wild pitch. Just 11 combined hits in that game. That's the second fewest a Sasquatch contest has seen this season. On 1-1, Wilson hits the outside corner with a fastball. After a season-high strikeout total last outing, he hasn't struck anyone out yet, only 4 outs into this game. But ahead 1-2 on DiCarlo. Pitch on its way. Changeup misses below the zone. Mason Melton at first base with pretty good speed, 13 stolen bases on the year. 5 of them have come against the Squatch, but Coulter Wilson, a lefty, keeping the lead short as the 2-2. One hop to Summers up the middle, could be 2. Flip to Moeller for 1, on to first. 6-4-3 double play. Turned smooth up the middle, started by the new guy, Grant Summers. Coulter Wilson works another scoreless frame. The Sasquatch are leading 1-0, trying to get back into the win column here in Pierre. We head to the third.
Attention football fans, take your sports wagering experience to the next level at BetLodge Sportsbook, the premier sports betting venue in South Dakota. Surrounded by luxury seating, our massive 42-foot seamless video wall is the largest in the area, displaying all of your favorite NFL and college football. Place your bets with our sports desk personnel or visit our easy-to-use betting kiosk 24 hours a day. The best place to touch down and catch the game is at BetLodge Sportsbook, located inside the lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
One to nothing, your score here in the top of the third inning. The Sasquatch leading. Looking to add on. Starting with Wilson Kiefer. He'll be followed up by the top of the Squatch order with Bo Iandoli and Garrett Houston. First pitch from Pierce Hollowell. Breaking ball in the zone, strike 1. Hollowell worked a 1-2-3 second inning after allowing a run and a hit in the first. Kiefer went 1 for 3 last night on 0-1. Takes a pitch in the left-handed batter's box. That base hit yesterday extended his hit streak to 9 straight. He's 11 for 35 over that span. On 1-1. pops a curveball up, first base side out of play. On the season, a 343 average, 495 on base percentage. Very hard to strike out. Here he is in a 2-strike count, 1-2 pitch, fastball, he got him. Called strike 3 on the heater, paints the outside corner. Third strikeout for Pierce Hollowell. He's living up to the scouting report. Strikes out a ton of hitters. Although strangely enough, only one against the Bison back on July 6th in his last outing in 4 innings. Getting back to his usual ways today as he'll face Bo Iandoli for a second time. First pitch, slider, outside, part of the plate, strike 1. Sasquatch leading 1-0 over the Zap here in the top of the 3rd inning. Bases empty, 1 out for Iandoli. He was hit by a pitch and came around to score in the 1st inning. On 0-1, curveball, inside corner, strike 2. Iandoli on the season, 394 average, 1031 OPS. Reached twice on walks yesterday. On 0-2, it's a high fly ball into center field, fairly deep, but DeCarlo's got a beat on it. Makes the catch for the 2nd out. Here comes Garrett Houston. Struck out in the 1st. Now 0 for 4 as a Spearfish Sasquatch. Hollowell kicks and deals the first pitch. Curveball in the zone, strike 1. He works fast. Only goes from the stretch. 0-1. Below the zone. One pitch is inside. So 2 balls and a strike on Houston. Hollowell, rock steals. Breaking ball hits him flush on the back. First time Garrett Houston has reached base as a Spearfish Sasquatch. Mentioned in the 1st inning, he got hit 26 times in the regular season at Highlands College. Well, here's number 1 with the Squatch. Expect more where that came from. A curveball which didn't curve. He's got good speed over at first. Now 2 outs, a runner on first for Sam Kwapnoski. Sasquatch leading 1-0. Hollowell's first pitch. Fastball in the zone. Taking off for second with a late break is Houston. He slides in. Safe. Makes the Zap pay for the hit by pitch, puts himself in scoring position. The pitch to Quap was a strike, so it's 0-1. He delivered an RBI single in the 1st inning. It's the only run of the game so far. He's got a team leading 38 ribbies. Chance for another. On 0-1, pops one foul, third base side out of play. Rolls on to the street into oncoming traffic. The Zap playing Kwapnoski to pull. Ty Farwell is about 30 feet off of the bag at third. Same goes in the outfield with Connor Goldberg. Grounder down the line, surely a double. On 0-2, he lines one into right field over a leaping try of Ludvigsen for a base hit. Turning the corner, coming home is Garrett Houston. 2 at-bats, 2 RBI singles for Sam Kwapnoski. Sasquatch lead 2-0. He's got both hits, both runs for the Squatch here in game 1 of this doubleheader. A streaky guy, and he's on the right trend right now. Here's Grant Summers. Quap's teammate at Doan takes the first pitch upstairs, 1-0. He worked a walk in the first inning, but was erased on a double play from Crew Moeller to end that first. Here the Squatch lead 2-0 with 2 outs, top 3. Hollowell steps off, looks Kwapnoski back to first base. The 1-0. That's a curveball in there. Summers has a very open stance. Hollowell on the mound can just about see his Sasquatch lettering. The 1-1. That's in the dirt. Nice stop by Goethals. Gets his glove on it to keep Quap put. This inning started out pretty innocent. A strikeout and a flyout, had 2 outs, nobody on base, but Garrett Houston hit by a pitch, then he steals a base. Quap came through with the ribby single. Now the 2-1 to Summers. He's out in front of a curveball. Hollowell's already struck out 3 in 2 2/3 innings. Here in a 2-2 count, 2 outs. Trying to hold the Squatch to 1 here in the 3rd. Pitch on its way. Strike 3. Summers extends the zone on a curveball. Actually, he got a piece of it. Looked like he whiffed, but the home plate umpire says it's a foul ball. It wasn't handled by Augie Goethals. Kwapnoski was running with the pitch. He turns back to first base. Count is still 2-2 on Grant Summers. Hollowell again with the 2-2. Fastball. There's another swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that'll do it. In the top of the 3rd inning, the Sasquatch chip in another run and an RBI single from Sam Kwapnoski. There are 2.5 innings of play here at Hyde Stadium. Sasquatch 2, Zap nothing.
Looking for the ultimate family getaway? Hart Ranch Camping Resort has you covered with endless activities and top-notch amenities where the destination is the vacation. Want to try before you buy? Experience Hart Ranch with our resort membership preview. Just $139.95 for 4 days and 3 nights of unforgettable RV camping. Love what you see? We have membership types available for the occasional camper to the every weekender. Call 605-737-5360 or visit hrresort.org to schedule your membership preview today.
2-0 Sasquatch lead as we move to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Coulter Wilson, in his 2nd start of the season, has moved through 2 innings, allowing just 1 hit. Also 1 walk. He's got a long leash today, trying to save the pen here in a doubleheader. First pitch to Augie Goethals is a heater, fouled back. Wilson's only thrown 29 pitches, 14 per inning. He's been economical. Regis University would like to see him in this role more often. On 0-1. There's a fly ball to center field, right to Garrett Houston. 1 away as he makes a belt-high grab.
Right
Next up is Emmanuel Ely, the 9th hitter today. Went 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts yesterday. With his speed, Wilson Kiefer steps onto the grass. First pitch, popped up. First base side out of play. Ely's hit well this season. A 324 average, 943 OPS. Wilson kicks with the 0-1. Heater about shoulder high, evens the count, 1-1. Kiefer is back now about even with the bag at third as the 1-1 pitch even higher, maybe helmet high. Now 2 balls and a strike to the starting right fielder for the Zap. A reminder that with this being a doubleheader, both of these games will only be 7 innings, so we're almost halfway through in the bottom of the third. The 2-1 pitch popped up. Again, out of play behind home plate. Coulter Wilson hasn't struck out a batter yet. He comes up with the 2-2. Changeup, shin high, pushes the count full as the Squatch lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. Bases empty, 1 out. A 3-2 count to the 9th hitter, Emmanuel Ely. The payoff from Wilson. Another foul ball out of play. You can expect Mac Hibben, Evan Hesse, Caleb Hoppe, and Josh Carney to pitch at some point here today. Coach Demas said, look, if Coulter Wilson can give us 7 innings, he's going to throw 7 innings. He's on a good pace for that right now. As the 3-2, changeup just getting a piece to stay alive is Ely. Putting together some resistance, which we haven't really seen. But a lot of quick outs for Coulter Wilson. Next pitch home will be the 8th of the at-bat. The 3-2. Below the knees, ball 4. Second walk issued by Wilson. Ely is a good base stealer. 8 for 8 on stolen tries so far this summer. But Coulter Wilson, tough to run on. Left-hander, works very quickly to home plate. Doesn't give up a lot of stolen bases. Ely with a moderate lead at first. First pitch to Gavin Frazier, grounded to third. This might be 2. Kiefer goes to Moeller for 1. Double clutch, throw to first. Is in time. Crew Moeller struggled to get it out of the glove, but shows off the arm strength to turn a 5-4-3 double play. The second straight inning ender. On a DP, Coulter Wilson staying efficient. Sasquatch staying on top, 2-0 as we move to the 4th inning in Game 1 of this doubleheader.
Your home for the newest games is at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. When you're looking for the latest and greatest games, the Lodge is the place for you, as we are constantly updating our gaming floor with new and exciting games. There's always something fresh and fun at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. Your home for the newest games. Attention football fans, take your sports wagering experience to the next level at BetLodge Sportsbook, the premier sports betting venue in South Dakota. Surrounded by luxury seating, our massive 42-foot seamless video wall is the largest in the area, displaying all of your favorite NFL and college football. Place your bets with our sports desk personnel or visit our easy-to-use betting kiosk 24 hours a day. The best place to touch down and catch the game is at BetLodge Sportsbook, located inside the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
Top of the 4th inning. Now at Hyde Stadium. Sasquatch leading 2-0 on 2 RBI singles from Sam Kwapnoski. Through 3 innings of work, Pierce Hollowell has allowed 2 hits, 1 walk, 4 Ks. Goes to work against Crew Moeller. The first pitch bounces in the left-hand batter's box. Moeller hit into a 5-3 double play in the first inning. On 1-0, swings out in front of a curveball. This doubleheader has the potential to be taxing for the Zap if they don't get a lot of length from Pierce Hollowell. There's the 1-1. That's a curve. 1 hop out to shortstop. On the backhand, Melton, off-balance throw. Just couldn't get enough heat on it. Bounces maybe 3 times. Moeller can easily leg out an infield single, as Mason Melton slipped when trying to plant that back foot and throw. It brings Zach Perro to the plate. But for the Zap, they don't have an off day the rest of the season. They've got 13 games in 12 days when you include this doubleheader. Pierce Hollowell, one of their best starters, he has to give them at least 5. First pitch to Perro. That's outside. Makes it all the more important that last night only 2 pitchers needed to throw over 9. River Walters and Cy Taylor were terrific. You want to save these arms as best you can, because it's going to be a grind here late. On 1-0, curveball inside, brushes Perro off the plate. He grounded out to shortstop to lead off the second inning. They'll throw over to first. Moeller had only taken a couple steps off the bag, so he's in standing. Here's the 2-0 from Hollowell. Swing and a miss on the curve. It's hard to pick which breaking ball is his best. He throws both the curveball and the slider a lot. They get a lot of whiffs. They get a lot of called strikes. On 2-1, that's hit in the air to left field. Easy play for Goldberg. He makes the catch for the first out of the 4th inning. Jackson Martin digs in for his second at-bat as a Sasquatch, as Spearfish leads 2-0 with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Crew Moeller over at first base. He led off this frame with a base hit. Hollowell's first pitch, fastball high and outside. Martin struck out in the second. Here comes the 1-0. Below the zone, Moeller takes off for second. It gets a couple feet away from Goethals, but that's enough for an easy stolen base. Great read from Crew Moeller. That could go down as a steal or a wild pitch. I'll give him a stolen bag just because of the jump he got there. On 2-0, Hollowell looks back to second, now comes home. Breaking ball drops in for strike 1.
That's strike 1.
Through 10 1/3 innings so far, Sam Kwapnoski, the only Sasquatch to bring in a run in this series. The 2-1. Ground ball out to second base. Sliding stop from Frazier. From the outfield grass, he throws out Martin. That saves a run. That records the second out of the 4th. It's actually 12 2/3 innings now with Kwapnoski as the only player to drive in a run for Spearfish. Kendrick Aragon's got a chance to break that trend. He's up with Crew Moeller at third base, 2 down, top of the 4th inning. Sasquatch leading 2-0. Pierce Hollowell's first pitch in the dirt, blocked by Goethals as it bounces off home plate. On 1-0. Foul ball. Goes behind home plate. Hollowell up to 63 pitches over 3 2/3 innings. Working fairly efficiently. On 1-1. Curve above the letters. 2 balls and a strike now. Aragon popped out to shortstop to end the 2nd inning. That's his only time up today. He's sporting his pink bat, which he brought out in the Bison series. Here comes the 2-1. Another pop foul, out of play behind the plate.
That foul ball is brought to you by Avera Orthopedics. From pain to possibility, trust Avera Orthopedics.
2-2 to the Spearfish backstop. Two down in the inning. Hollowell's pitch. Fastball below the zone. And the count is full. Wilson Kiefer, the 9-man, is on deck. Driven in a ton of runs this year. Hollowell wants to finish the job here. The payoff pitch. Another pop foul behind home plate, out of play. Lands just to the left of the press box. Running up Pierce Hollowell's pitch count a little bit. Payoff once more. Curveball below the zone inside for ball 4. A 2-out walk from Kendrick Aragon puts runners at the corners.
Third baseman, number 15, Wilson Kiefer.
It brings up Wilson Kiefer. A rare strikeout for him to lead off the 3rd inning. That's his only time up today. First pitch, curveball, just misses on top of the strike zone. So 1-0. 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Sasquatch leading 2-0, but threatening for more. Crew Moeller at third. Kendrick Aragon at first base. On 1-0, Kiefer takes fastball for strike 1. About thigh high. Aragon at first runs well for a catcher. You could see him on the move with a 1st and 3rd situation. He's going for 2nd. The pitch is a curveball. No throw down. Chose the perfect pitch to run on. Also with 2 outs, the catcher Augie Goethals choosing not to take the risk and try to throw out the runner at 2nd base, as Moeller would likely break for home. Now a 1-2 count on Kiefer. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Pierce Hollowell's pitch. Outside, it goes all the way to the backstop. A nice carom for Goethals, but it rolls away from him. Crew Moeller scores. Kendrick Aragon takes 3rd. And now the Sasquatch are up 3-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. A tough break for the Zap. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-0 game, top of the 4th, runner at 3rd. The pitch to Kiefer hits him. A breaking ball off of his side. It's the 3rd hit batsman that Pierce Hollowell has surrendered. Runners go to the corners once again. They'll have a meeting on the mound now before Bo Iandoli steps up for the 3rd time today. Things get a little bit more dangerous now. Third time Pierce Hollowell's pitched against the Sasquatch. Third time he's going through the order here today. Bo Iandoli with 26 ribbies this season. He's a hit machine. Before his time off, he led the ILB in hits this season. Now he's got some work to do. A couple guys kept playing while he was out of the lineup, overtook that spot. Sasquatch could use a hit right here. After getting blanked last night, they've already put 3 runs on the board with a 3-0 lead in the top of the 4th. 1 run home in this inning, threatening for more with Kendrick Aragon at third. Wilson Kiefer also at first base. The first pitch to Iandoli is a fastball shoulder high, 1-0. Normally, you wouldn't think of Wilson Kiefer as a big base stealer, but he's stolen 3 bags in the last week, so you could see him off and running. He's got a modest lead at first base on 1-0. Iandoli takes a strike. Left on right matchup, the right fielder Bo Iandoli, right-handed pitcher Pierce Hollowell, who's up to 75 pitches here with 2 outs in the 4th. The 1-1. Tried to backdoor the slider, missed off the plate away. Two balls and 1 strike. 2 down, top 4. Sasquatch leading 3-0. Pitch to Iandoli is a strike. Nothing happening in the Zap bullpen as Hollowell closes in on 80 pitches here in the 4th inning. Pitched well to this point. Chance for that line to get roughed up here. As the 2-2, curveball misses outside. Iandoli shaking his head. He tracked it the whole way through. The at-bats have been good for him in this series. So far today, he's been hit by a pitch and flown out. He's in a full count. Wilson Kiefer will be off and running with the pitch at first. The 3-2 is below the zone, ball 4. A great at-bat for Bo Iandoli. He's on base for the 2nd time today. And the bases are now loaded with Sasquatch. Here comes Garrett Houston. And boy, oh boy, would this be an opportune time for his first Sasquatch hit. Aragon at third, Kiefer at second, Iandoli at first. 3-0 Squatch on top. First pitch from Pierce Hollowell. Popped foul. Just to the left, actually hit off of the press box to the left of me. That's the noise if you heard it over the microphone. On plane with the curveball, it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, fastball. Ankle high, makes it 1-1. Only 1 hit in this inning, but 2 walks, a hit batsman, a stolen base, and a wild pitch. That's how a run is scored and how the bases are still loaded here with 2 down. The 1-1. Line drive fizzles out. It's caught by the shortstop Mason Melton at short. He didn't have to move a muscle. The bases are left loaded. Pierce Hollowell buckles down and escapes the jam. The Sasquatch do get 1 run across as Crew Moeller scores on a wild pitch. But that's all. Through 3.5 innings, Spearfish leads Oahe 3-0. Coulter Wilson has thrown 9 2/3 scoreless innings against the Oahe Zap this season. 3 of those have come today as we've made it to the bottom of the 4th. The Sasquatch leading 3-0 in the 7-inning doubleheader game. We're now halfway through. First pitch tonight was at 4:40, so we're about an hour in. The Zap with just 1 hit. Here in the 4th, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the order, starting with Cy Taylor. First pitch he sees is a breaking ball below the zone, 1-0. One-0 pitch, fastball outside. The Sasquatch have played in 1 doubleheader this season. That came on June 27th against the Casper Spuds. Didn't go their way. They got swept. Were shut out going into the 7th inning of Game 1 of that series. Now 3-0 as Coulter Wilson misses outside to Taylor. Looking to get a win here in Game 1. The 3-0 pitch. That's outside. A 4-pitch walk to Cy Taylor opens the bottom of the 4th inning. And brings up Ty Farwell. Left-on-left matchup. The lefty hitting Farwell versus the left-handed starting pitcher Coulter Wilson. Farwell caught last night. Today he's over at third base for Game 1. We'll see if he's in for Game 2. The Zap playing shorthanded. First pitch from Wilson is below the zone, 1-0. Talking with head coach Jamie Haybeger before the game. Just a couple days ago, the Zap had 29 players on their roster, and because of injuries, right now it's down to 22. A lot of guys fluctuating in and out. It's the nature of the summer ball season as the 1-0 pitch below the zone, now 2 balls and a strike. Taylor with an aggressive secondary lead off first base. You get some freak injuries. A guy pulls a hammy. Someone gets hit by a pitch, and all of a sudden, you need to run the same 9 guys every single day, and you have to patch your way to the finish line. 2-0. Slider, outer half, strike 1. After the pitch, Farwell motioned to the dugout with the snap, indicating, hey, that was a breaking ball. Wilson will throw over. Probably his C move there as Cy Taylor gets back with ease. The Zap haven't stolen a base yet today. They stole 1 last night. They're 87 for 101 on the season. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Goes back to that sweeper. Farwell over the top of it. Squatch leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Nobody out. Runner at first base is Cy Taylor. He led off this inning with a walk. Here comes the 2-2. Runner goes for second. Pitch misses outside. Throw from Aragon down is not nearly in time. Good jump from Cy Taylor, and Aragon hesitated for a second before throwing it down. So it's a stolen base for Cy Taylor. A 3-2 count on Ty Farwell, who leads the Zap with 34 ribbies this season. The payoff from Coulter Wilson just gets a piece of a fastball. Looked like Farwell was sitting on a breaking ball, but lives to see another pitch. He has 4 home runs this season. Still doesn't have an extra base hit against the Sasquatch, and this is his 12th game against Spearfish. Would be a good time to change that as the payoff is below the zone, ball 4. Wilson couldn't spot the fastball. Back-to-back walks to start the bottom of the 4th inning, as now Coach McBroom will go out and talk with Coulter Wilson. He's issued 4 walks now today. Not really his game. walked 11 guys in 23 2/3 innings on the season coming into this matchup. For the most part this year, he's been used as a multi-inning reliever. But now as a starting pitcher, he's got to work his way through a lineup for a second time. Throwing more pitches than usual. The pitch count has stayed fairly low. But the point stands up around 50. You don't usually get up there when you throw 2 innings out of the pen. But Regis wants him to be a starting pitcher for them next season. He's going to have to be big down the stretch here as a couple big starters have left for the Squatch. Coulter Wilson challenging himself, trying to get out of a jam. Connor Goldberg up at the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss over a changeup. Sasquatch leading 3-0, but nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Goldberg is the tying run at the plate. He does not have a home run this season. Hard to poke one out here, 2,000 feet, closer to sea level than in Spearfish. The 0-1. Sweeper misses inside. Goldberg grounded out right back to Coulter Wilson in his only at-bat today. That was in the first inning. Wilson Kiefer is a step in front of the bag at third, guarding for the bunt. Not bunting, Goldberg takes a fastball outside corner. 4 strike 2. Speed on the base path. Cy Taylor already has a stolen bag. He's at second. Ty Farwell at first, has 15 on the year. 1-2 pitch from Wilson. Sweeper below the zone inside. Goldberg not biting. Next pitch from Coulter Wilson will be his 55th with no outs in the 4th inning. On 2-2. There's a line drive into right field for a base hit. Taylor gets the wave at third, but then they put on the brakes. And that was a good decision, as Ian Doley likely would have thrown him out by a couple steps. Still, it's a base hit for Connor Goldberg. It's just the second hit for the Zap, but it loads the bases with nobody out in the bottom of the 4th inning. A left-on-left matchup, Wilson versus Ludvigsen. The tying run is on base. Ludvigsen, the go-ahead at the plate. First pitch he sees, inside, 1-0. Zap are down 3-0, but 2 walks and a single have opened the bottom of the 4th. No hits today. 0 for 1 for Ludvigsen, a ground out to short. 1-0 pitch, high pop. Third base side. Running out of room are Aragon and Kiefer.
That foul ball is brought to you by Avera Orthopedics. Pain your possibility, trust Avera Orthopedics.
One ball, 1 strike, no outs. Bottom 4. The pitch from Coulter Wilson. Grounded out to second. Let's see if they can turn 2. Moeller. The throw over to first. Not in time. Unable to pick it out was Perro. They get the out at second, so it's a 4-6 fielder's choice. The throw from Grant Summers over to first base was 1 hop. Likely would have been safe anyway at first. It's an RBI fielder's choice for Quinn Ludvigsen. Zap get 1 run across. They're down 3-1. Runners on the corners with 1 out for Mason Melton. He was the only guy to get a hit. First time for Wilson through this lineup. Here in his second at-bat, he takes a strike on the outer half. 0-1. The 0-1. Runner goes for second in Ludvigsen. Aragon not throwing. It's a stolen base for Quinn Ludvigsen. The pitch was a fastball outside, so it's 1-1. It negates the double play opportunity. Pero and Kiefer are even with the grass at the corners. Squatch are back up the middle. They'll trade a run for an out as the 1-1 sweeper misses outside. The 2-1. Floated into center field. That's one hop in front of Houston for a base hit. 1 run scores. That's Farwell. Ludvigsen had to hold up to make sure it was caught. So he stays, that it wasn't caught. He stays at third. It's an RBI single for Mason Melton. The Zap have scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. They now trail 3-2. The way they've played over this 13-3 stretch is they've pitched well and they've gotten timely hits. Well, they've already got a couple timely swings in this inning. Now Dominic DiCarlo takes a fastball for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Dominic DiCarlo hit into a 6-4-3 double play in the second. Double play is in order with 1 out and runners on the corners. Now going for second is Melton. DiCarlo swings at the pitch and fouls it away. Mason Melton had a great jump. He would have certainly had second base stolen, but now he has to go back to first. Would expect to see him going again. With 13 stolen bases on the season. One of the quicker runners for Oahe. He's got a pretty small lead, not going. The pitch outside. It's a delayed break for home. Comes the runner in Ludvigsen. He scores. It's a stolen base for Mason Melton as the ball rolled into center field. And this game is tied. Aggressive base running. A little surprised Aragon decided to throw that one down to second. It was a delayed steal from Mason Melton. And he goes delayed there because he's trying to bait that throw. Knowing that Quinn Ludvigsen would immediately come running in for home. The 1-2 pitch to DiCarlo is grounded to third. Kiefer's got it. Throws him out. 2 down. But now it's a 3-3 ball game. Coulter Wilson cruised through the first 3 innings. Nothing has been exactly killed. But 2 hits in this inning. Taken advantage of 2 walks to open this inning. Usually not a recipe for success as Augie Goethals is up with a runner at second base, 2 down. First pitch he sees. He swings and misses through a fastball. The 0-1. Upstairs. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. That's flying down the left field line. That might be down for a base hit, and it is. Martin plays it on a hop. Coming for home is Melton. He will score. They throw down to second base now where Goethals is thrown out, trying to advance on a throw. Wise decision to cut it off at third by Wilson Kiefer. But the Zap have taken the lead with 4 runs in the 4th inning. A ribby single from Augie Goethals caps it off. Coulter Wilson had cruised through, but the Zap flipped the script. It's 4-3 as we head to the 5th inning here in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Pierce Hollowell's day is done after 4 innings. In his place, it's Brian Atkinson. Like River Walters, joined the team for the second half. Also from Rapid City, another guy familiar with Wilson Kiefer. This is his 4th appearance of the season. Got roughed up against the Bison back on July 12th, allowed 4 runs in a third of an inning. First batter he'll face is Sam Kwapnoski. First pitch curve misses outside. Now working with a lead as the Zap are on top 4-3. Just 3 innings to play here in the top of the 5th inning of this 7-inning doubleheader contest. Kwap has done most of the damage so far for the Sasquatch. 2 RBI singles and 2 at-bats today. The 1-0 pitch. There's a curve on the outer half for strike 1. Sasquatch had the bases loaded with 2 outs in the top of the 4th, but they couldn't cash in. Garrett Houston lined out to leave them loaded. And now they're trying to scratch back on 1-1. There's a swing and a miss. Curveball below the zone. The Zapper 13-10 here at Hyde Stadium. Big reason why? They've thrown the ball extremely well here, allowing just 5.5 runs per game. That's way below the ILB league average. Also a 3.85 ERA here. Now with a lead late, they've got a good bullpen. They'll try to nail it down as the 1-2 pitch is fouled away. Third base side out of play. Lands past the street over towards the water to the left of Hyde Stadium. Caleb Hoppy is throwing in the Sasquatch bullpen. He's likely to start the 5th inning after Coulter Wilson coughed up 4 runs in the bottom half of the 4th. On 1-2, Kwap takes high and outside with a heater. Two to Kwap. Another foul ball. The Sasquatch have also struggled offensively here. Not only have the Zap pitched well, but Spearfish hasn't put their best foot forward in these games. 2-2 from Atkinson. That's lined into right field for a base hit. Sam Kwapnoski's feeling it. He's 3 for 3 today. He's got 3 of the 4 Spearfish hits here in the top of the 5th inning. Sasquatch down 4-3. Nobody out, but a runner at first for Grant Summers. The Squatch, as a team, have just an 806 OPS in 5+ games here at Hyde. First pitch to Summers is a curveball belt high for strike 1. That's a full 200 points lower than their total on the season. Scoring 7.5 runs per game, that's 5 runs lower than their season average. The 0-1. Inside corner for strike 2. So while the Sasquatch overall have dominated the series against the Zap, the domination has come at home. It's been close wins here in Pierre. They're 3-2, at danger of falling to 3-3. The 0-2 from Atkinson misses outside. These games aren't the end of the world if the Squatch lose. They do have what seems to be an easy path to the first seed in the ILB tournament. Magic numbers down to 3. The 1-2 from Atkinson. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Goethals couldn't handle it cleanly, but doesn't go far enough away for Kwap to take second base. Summers is down on K's for the 2nd straight plate appearance as Crew Moeller comes up. He led off the 4th inning with an infield single, stole a base, and came around to score on a wild pitch. First pitch here. Inside. 1-0. Sasquatch down 4-3 with one out here in the top of the fifth inning. He's ditched the pink bat for a blue bat today. He'd been running the pink bat for about 2.5 weeks. Thought it was time for a change. The 1-0 is taken for a strike. Atkinson's 1-1. Went to a slide step. The curveball is ripped outside the zone, so 2-1. Right-on-right matchup, the second baseman Moeller versus the pitcher Atkinson. Fastball's low, now 3 balls and a strike. Zach Para was on deck. 0 for 2 today. Moeller in a hitter's count. Already one of the 4 Squatch hits today. Here comes the 3-1. Grounded foul outside of third. Oh, it hits off the wall and it bounces straight over the head of Elijah Wyatt, who's catching Caleb Hoppy out in the bullpen. The pen here at Hyde Stadium is on the field. It's just a couple feet away from the wall down the left field line. Maybe 25 feet outside of the foul line in left field. Guys are definitely exposed out there a little bit. The count is full here on Moeller. Kwapnowski leads off of first base with 1 out, top of the 5th. The pitch from Atkinson as Kwap goes for second. It's upstairs. Ball 4 to Moeller. He's on base for the second time today. It puts runners on first and second with 1 out for Zach Pero. Yet to record his first hit as a Spearfish Sasquatch. He's 0 for 6 on the season. Atkinson's first pitch is hit. 1 hop to short. Let's see if they can turn 2. The throw to first is easily in time. It's a tailor-made 6-4-3 double play as Atkinson escapes the first and second jam. He does his job out of the bullpen. The Sasquatch in danger of dropping a second straight to the zap. It's 4-3 as we move to the bottom of the 5th.
Looking for the ultimate family getaway? Hart Ranch Camping Resort has you covered with endless activities and top-notch amenities where the destination is the vacation. Want to try before you buy? Experience Hart Ranch with our resort membership preview. Just $139.95 for 4 days and 3 nights of unforgettable RV camping. Love what you see? We have membership types available for the occasional camper to the every weekender. Call 605-737-5360 or visit hrresort.org to schedule your membership preview today.
Do you know the locals' choice for gaming excitement? is the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. With new games arriving every month, our selection of slot machines is the freshest in town. You can always find a game with our card tables open 24 hours a day. And parking is free and easy at the Lodge, with the area's largest free parking only steps away from our front door. Enjoy spacious and comfortable gaming at the Lodge at Deadwood, the locals' choice.
Caleb Hoppy comes on in relief of Coulter Wilson to pitch the 5th inning. Wilson's final line, 4 innings pitched, 4 runs on 4 hits, 4 walks, did not strike out a batter. First pitch from Hoppy to Emmanuel Ely, misses upstairs. Sasquatch down 4-3. All 4 zap runs came in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sasquatch threatened in the 5th, but a 6-4-3 double play ended that opportunity. 1-0 from Hoppy. Hit in the air to left center field and down for a base hit. Emmanuel Ely is on for the 2nd time in 2 plate appearances today. Always a threat to run as the lineup turns over for Gavin Frazier.
Second baseman, number 2, Gavin.
For Hoppy this year, this will be his 10th appearance. He's gone 12 innings, a 6.75 ERA, a 1.75 WHIP. First pitch to Frazier, up above the letters. Hoppy's really turned the corner as the season has gone on. Last time out on July 9th, struggled to find the zone a little bit. 3 walks and a run in 1 inning. On 1-0, curveball drops in from the sky for a strike. Frazier's hitless today. Pop out in the 1st, 5-4-3 double play in the 3rd inning. They'll throw over to Ely. He's back in time. Caught him leaning a little bit, but got that hand in there. Still a ball and a strike on Frazier. No outs, bottom of the 5th. Zap lead 4-3. The 1-1 pitch is low. It gets away from Aragon. Ely's going to take off for second. The throw is high. So he advances. Opportunistic base running on the wild pitch. Hoppy had his worst outing of the year here at Hyde Stadium all the way back on May 30th. As the 2-1, curveball above the letters. He didn't record an out, allowed 5 runs, no hits, 3 walks, and 3 hit by pitches. Ever since then, he's only allowed 2 runs. So he's really turned the corner, but now has to face those demons. On 3-1, fastball. It's the top of the zone for strike 2. Count is full on Gavin Frazier. Emmanuel Ely at second base. Cy Taylor is on deck. The payoff. Hit in the air to right field. Iandoli towards the line makes... it hits off his glove. He didn't see it in. Frazier reaches. That'll be an E9. It puts runners on the corners. A very rare mistake in the outfield from Bo Iandoli.
Number 8, Cy Taylor.
And the Zap have life. They've got a golden opportunity to add some insurance runs. Runners on the corners, nobody out for Cy Taylor. They already lead 4-3. here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Caleb Hoppe has to work his way out of a jam. First pitch misses, so 1-0 on Taylor, who walked, stole a base, came around to score. He led off the 4th inning. Chance for more damage in the 5th. Ely at third, Frazier at first. You can expect him to take off here soon. He leads the team with 16 stolen bases. And there he goes. The 1-0 is taken outside. The throw down to second, not nearly in time. 17th stolen base of the summer for Gavin Frazier.
Don't worry about that dirt on your uniform. Speedway Laundry can fix that.
This is Oahe Zap baseball. Put the ball in play, get guys on base, put them in motion, and then bring them home. Cy Taylor's just got to finish the job. Runners at second and third now, nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. Runners are at second and third. Infielders are in at the corners. The pitch to Taylor is fouled straight back to the screen. Cy Taylor is 16 for his last 39 since June 29th. 10 for 30 versus the Sasquatch on the year. He burned him last night on the mound, now a chance at the plate. As the 2-1 from Hoppe misses inside. Now a 3-1 hitter's count. These games are huge for the Zap. This is a great chance for a big-time run. The 3-1 pitch, popped foul, first base side out of play.
That foul ball is brought to you by Amaro Orthopedic. From pain to possibility, trust Amaro Orthopedic.
Maybe the two fastest runners for the Zap on base. Emmanuel Ely at third, Gavin Frazier at second base. They're playing Taylor to hit the ball the other way. The 3-2 pitch, chopped in front of the plate. It's a fair ball. Taylor didn't run. And then they throw to first, and it gets away from Pero. Ely scores. Now Frazier's coming around third. The throw to the plate is not in time. A dribbler, 3 feet in front of home plate, is thrown away by Kendrick Aragon. And 2 runs score. The Zap have added on 2 runs, taking advantage of some Sasquatch defensive miscues. It's 6-3. They're going to have a meeting on the mound now as the umpires will convene. Cy Taylor didn't run out of the box. If Kendrick Aragon took a couple steps, he could have tagged him out. Instead, he throws to first. The throw was way offline. Zach Pero couldn't handle it. Even if the throw was on target, Emmanuel Ely made a break for home. He would have scored. An E9 and an E2 have put the Zap in a good position to nail down a win in game 1 of this doubleheader. Now a runner on first, nobody out. Here in this bottom of the 5th, the Zap leading 6-3. Ty Farwell is up to the plate as Cy Taylor leads off of first base. Now 3 errors for the Sasquatch with nobody out in the 5th. Farwell's walked both times he's come up today. First pitch from Hoppe. Fastball misses low. With 4 games in Casper coming up after this series, the Zap know they just need to hang with them. Keep pace, win at least 2 of these games. Well, they've got a chance to take the first 2 as the 1-0 pitch is grounded by a diving Moeller into right field. Taylor will stop at second base. Ty Farwell's been on base all 3 times he's come up today. Runners at first and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth.
Left fielder, number 9, Connor Goldberg.
That brings things up to Connor Goldberg. Hit a single in the fourth inning. A 4-run fourth, and now a 2-run fifth. The Zap have scored 6 unanswered runs. With runners on first and then second and nobody out, only 6 outs left to go, you may see Goldberg bunt. Not squaring, he takes the first pitch, fastball in the zone. 0-1. Kiefer even with the bag at third. Perro a couple steps in front of first base. Double play depth up the middle as the 0-1 pitch. Chopped foul outside of third base. No balls and 2 strikes on Connor Goldberg. Nobody out, bottom 5. Hoppy looking for his first out of the bullpen. Here comes the 0-2. In the dirt and by Aragon to the backstop. Both runners will move up 90 feet. Taylor to third, Farwell to second base. Again, this is only a 7-inning game. Sasquatch already down 3. They've got 6 outs left to go offensively. They can't afford to give up too many more runs without putting this thing out of reach. Runs have been hard to come by in this series. The entire Squatch infield comes in now with second and third and nobody out. The 1-2 pitch to Connor Goldberg, fouled away. If you're Caleb Hoppy, you're doing whatever you can to get a strikeout here. The only risk, this is an extremely deep backstop. If you throw a curveball in the dirt, which is his strikeout pitch for the most part, if Aragon doesn't block it, that's another run scoring, which they just can't afford. Here on 1-2, goes to the fastball. It's grounded into right field for a base hit. Taylor will score. They're going to try it with Farwell. Iandoli's throw to the plate is not in time. He slides in ahead of the tag of Aragon. Clutch hit after clutch hit for the Zap. They've put up 8 unanswered runs. It's 8-3 Oahe in the bottom of the 5th inning, and there's still nobody out.
The first baseman, number 11, Quinn Ludvigsen.
The Spearfish defense has betrayed them here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 errors have opened the door. 4 runs have come across home plate. Quinn Ludvigsen now steps into the left-handed batter's box against the righty Hoppy. First pitch, breaking ball in there for strike 1. Ludvigsen put the Zap on the board in the 4th inning with an RBI fielder's choice. Now comes up with his team up 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th. Hoppy will throw over, but Goldberg is back with ease. Oh and 1 the count on the first baseman, Ludvigsen. The pitch from Caleb Hoppy. Fastball upstairs. They throw behind Goldberg at first, but he's back easily. Eight to 3 your score. Zap leading, bottom of the 5th inning. Runner at first, Caleb Hoppy delivers a curveball above the letters. Three runs, 4 hits, 3 errors for the Squatch. 8 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Zap, who have not committed an error in this series. 2-1. Fastball misses outside. Now 3 balls and a strike. Mason Melton is on deck. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. There's strike 2. Payoff from Hoppy. Curveball upstairs, ball 4.
That's an Eagle Consulting walk. When your books are a mess and your taxes cause stress, trust Eagle Consulting.
The first 6 hitters have reached for the zap in the bottom of the 5th inning. 4 runs already home, runners on 2nd and 3rd, and nobody out. Evan Hesse is warming up in the Sasquatch bullpen. That's only the first walk of the inning. Caleb Hoppy has been a victim of some bad luck. Emmanuel Ely started the inning with a base hit, but then a fly ball to right field, which Bo Iandoli dropped. Then a chopper 3 feet in front of home plate, which Kendrick Aragon overthrew the first baseman, Zach Perro. That allowed 2 runs to score. Then a base hit from Ty Farwell. A ground ball through a drawn-in infield from Connor Goldberg. And that walk from Ludvigsen. That's all the damage. Only a couple of balls have left the infield. Nothing has been hit particularly hard besides that single from Farwell, which is one of the more inconsequential plays of the inning. But here's Mason Melton. Runners at 1st and 2nd, nobody out. First pitch, breaking ball in the left-hand batter's box, 1-0. The Zap leading 8-3. They've scored 8 unanswered runs. Melton has been a catalyst, 2 for 2 with 2 singles, an RBI and a stolen base in the 4th inning. Here in the 5th, he sends a fly ball to right center field. Houston over, and he drops it. It hits off of his glove. They get the force at second, as the runner at first base, Ludvigsen, had to hold up. But Connor Goldberg takes 3rd. Mason Melton is at 1st. It'll go down as an 8-6 fielder's choice. Very unconventional.
Number 5, Dominic DiCarlo.
Garrett Houston is as good of a fielder as they come. Won a Gold Glove in his conference at school. Sometimes when it rains, it pours. They ultimately get an out of it. So again, doesn't really matter too much, but it allows Connor Goldberg to advance to 3rd base. There are runners at the corners with 1 out for Dominic DiCarlo. First pitch from Caleb Hoppy, curveball up above the zone, 1-0. So that's not an error because they get the out at 2nd base, so still only 3. But shaky defense in the 5th inning for the Sasquatch. Already up 8-3, looking for another. There's a line drive into right field for a base hit. Scoring from 3rd is Goldberg. Melton stops at 2nd. It's the 5th run of the inning for the Zap. Dominic DiCarlo joins the party. It's 9-3, bottom 5.
The catcher, number 19, Augie Goldthal.
Augie Goethals is the 9th man to come to the plate for the Zap here in the bottom of the 5th. Runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 down. It's a 9-3 Oahe lead. First pitch from Hoppy is in the dirt. This has been a long inning, one that the Sasquatch would like to forget. There's still only 1 out. Goethals hit an RBI single back in the 4th. As there's a fastball which misses upstairs. Now it's 2-0. For Goethals, it was just his second hit against the Sasquatch this season. Came into this one hitting 167 on the year, a 538 OPS. Ahead in the count, 2-0. Hoppy's pitch finds the strike zone. Two-one pitch. Just misses. Now 3 balls and a strike on Goethals. Emmanuel Ely is on deck. He led off this inning. The 3-1. In the dirt for ball 4. Goethals draws a walk. He's on base. The bases are loaded. And that is going to be all for Caleb Hoppy. Not entirely his fault, but 5 runs have scored under his watch. The bases are loaded with Zap, 1 out. All 3 of those base runners will be his responsibility. Oahe's flipped this game upside down. They've scored 9 unanswered runs, and they lead 9-3 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Evan Hesse will try to stop the bleeding when we return.
Looking for the ultimate family getaway? Hart Ranch Camping Resort has you covered with endless activities and top-notch amenities where the destination is the vacation. Want to try before you buy? Experience Hart Ranch with our resort membership preview. Just $139.95 for 4 days and 3 nights of unforgettable RV camping. Love what you see? We have membership types available for the occasional camper to the every weekender. Call 605-737-5360 or visit hrresort.org to schedule your membership preview today.
Do you know the locals' choice for gaming excitement? It's the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. With new games arriving every month, our selection of slot machines is the freshest in town. You can always find a game with our card tables open 24 hours a day. And parking is free and easy at the Lodge, with the area's largest free parking only steps away from our front door. Enjoy spacious and comfortable gaming at the Lodge at Deadwood, the locals' choice.
Evan Hesse comes in with already 5 runs home in the bottom of the 5th inning. Zap leading 9-3. They've got the bases loaded with 1 out for Emmanuel Ely, who led off this 5th inning with a single. From the windup, his first pitch is fouled away. Hesse's pitched in 6 games this year, in 8 innings. Coming off of his best outing back on July 5th against the Capital City Aviators. On 0-1, there's a line drive into left field. That's going to get in for a base hit. 1 run scores. DiCarlo takes a big turn at third, but stops there. The Zap goes station to station. It's the 6th run of the 5th inning. They're on top 10-3 now. And now the lineup turns over. The Sasquatch far from out of this one. Gavin Frazier's up at the plate. First pitch from Hesse. That's skied into right field. Iandoli camped under it, makes the catch, tagging from third to Carlo. The throw to the plate is in time. Not in time, excuse me. Dominic DiCarlo gets in there. A very late call, as looked like DiCarlo missed the bag. Aragon didn't see. He tried to apply a late tag. The throw is a bit up the third base line. It's a sac fly for Gavin Frazier. It's the 7th run of the inning for the Zap, who now lead 11-3 in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs, runners on the corners for Cy Taylor. First pitch, breaking ball in the zone for strike 1. On the 5th of July, Hesse went 4 innings against the Aviators. No earned runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, and 3 Ks. Runner goes for second. Ely will make it in there. The pitch was a ball. It's 1-1 on Cy Taylor.
Don't worry about that dirt on your uniform because Speedway Laundry will fix that. Check them out at their Fort Pierce location.
After only stealing 1 base yesterday, the Zap are running wild today. They've been a great base stealing team on the season. They've been able to play their brand of baseball here today. Now 5 stolen bases. We're only in the 5th inning. Runners on second and third. The 1-1 from Hesse. Fastball misses inside. Gothel's at third. Ely at second. Here comes the 2-1. Breaking ball gets away. Aragon can't find it. 1 run scores. Now Ely's going to try it. Kiefer fields. He flips to Hesse, but it's not in time. 2 runs score on a wild pitch. The Zap have hung 9 runs in the 5th. They lead 13-3 here. And that might be the ball game. It's a 7-inning game. So this would be the time for the mercy rule. This isn't officially laid out. I think there can be an agreement made here. Generally, there is no mercy rule in a 7-inning doubleheader game. But today, there is. The Zap have scored 9 runs in the 5th. They score 13 unanswered, and they mercy the Sasquatch in 5 innings in game 1 of this doubleheader. It ends, frankly, in a fitting way. A wild pitch which scores 2 runs. The Zap ran the bases extremely well there in the 5th inning. Kendrick Aragon couldn't find it on a wild pitch. And Pierre wins it. They improve to 500 for the first time all season. They're 18-18. The Sasquatch dropped to 29-8. They've lost 2 straight games. Just the second time that's happened all year. Thank you all for tuning in to Game 1 of this doubleheader. Don't go anywhere. Game 2 is coming up in 30 minutes. First pitch will be right around 7:10 local time. That would be 6:10 Mountain, as we're in the Central Time Zone. I'm Nikita Lohman. I thank you all for joining me here for Game 1 of this doubleheader. More action here to come in right around 30 minutes. Stay tuned.